brilliant, brilliant. I suppose. Look, it's only 3 years ago, so the last one we're in. But I suppose the couple of years after that didn't go too well. But that's been, I suppose, 5-6 weeks ago. If someone told you we were in final with 2 weeks to go to Christmas, you would have taken that and all off from Gavin. But the way they played and some of the performances in the last 3 games has been absolutely brilliant. Especially the second half against Kilkenny the last day, which to me was the best second half display I've ever seen from my Waterford team. So they seem to be enjoying it. Obviously, with no fans at the game or no crowd is very strange for all us at home watching the games and getting up in the heat watching at home, because like sitting at home for a semi-final, where it's probably one of the strangest things I ever had to do. But the players seem to be kind of just enjoying it and doing their jobs and getting on with it. And look, it's not affecting the matches, because some of the matches have been unbelievable. So no, it's great. It's great. Thanks to God.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head there about this team, Ken. They're really playing with great confidence. But you mentioned there the fact there's no crowd there as well. Do you think that's a benefit maybe to some teams?
Yeah, it's hard to know. Even I think they were saying, I watched the Gaelic yesterday, and I think probably Tip and Gavin or Saturday as well, they needed a crowd probably to get them going or whatever, But I think this team seems to be full of confidence at the moment. I don't think they're really the crowd is not really a factor really for this team. I just think they're all doing their jobs and doing them very well. And Liam McCarthy has done an unbelievable job of just keeping things just tipping over. And there's no kind of euphoria about it. There's no real nonsense about this team. They're just going out and playing the games and coming up with the goods. And you saw that, I suppose, the second half performance alone. The win at half time was a 7 points down against Kilkenny. There was no panic. There was no real. They never looked like they were out of a game, and all of a sudden, then in the space of 10 minutes, the score was back close enough, and they tore on from the second half and just went through waves through Kilkenny. So I don't think it's affecting this team at all. They seem very grounded and seem to be really enjoying it.
Absolutely, playing with that bit of freedom. What's impressed you most, Ken, under Liam Cahill so far this season?
Yeah, look, I suppose when it was a brave move for Liam Cahill to come down here from the first off, because he had a very successful underage management with Tim Brary. It was 3 All-Irelands, 221s and 1 minor. And I suppose we were after winning a game since 2017 in the championship. So some people were saying, look, it's a strange move, because he probably was lined up for a tip job in the next couple of years. But to come in and to change the team around so much so fast has been unbelievable. And I suppose the modern game, Gavin, if you don't have work rate, there's no point even talking about the pitch at this stage. But the work rate the boys are putting in, but the level of hurling, the standard of hurling they're playing as well is unreal. And the fellas seem to be growing in confidence. They're really playing with a swagger about him, And we even see some of the younger players who are stepping up, like Caleb Lyons. He was brought in last year. He's been brilliant this year. Jack Craig and another player who's kind of inexperienced but really stepping up and was unreal against Kilkenny. I think he set up 2 goals. He caught ball after ball. He's given it a total different option there, And you have Deise Hudson as well, who we're all raving about for a couple of years, hoping that he'd do it for the senior team, and he has. And there's a couple of options now that we didn't have 2 or 3 years ago, So we have this threat and attack there now, which when you see a ball, even on telly, it's hard to watch it. When you see the ball in the corner, and you know Daisy's going to be somewhere there, which is great to have, So it's giving you that kind of threat there that teams they have to watch our forwards, because there's movement there. You have Stephen Bennett playing out of his skin. Let's be honest about it. He's stepping up as a real leader of this team. And I suppose, look, Pádraig Mahony, the injury to Pádraig Mahony was a huge loss. And look, personally, it must be very hard for him this week, even though, look, obviously he just wants our own county to win it. But it must be very hard. But Stephen Bennett has stepped right up and took on that mantle and has been a pure leader now from the start, very first game this year, And it's great to see,
Yeah, it certainly is indeed. And these guys, as you mentioned it there, Ken, Liam Cahill and Mikey Beavens, they've encouraged these lads, I suppose, to run at defences and, to display their skills. And that's the way Waterford are kind of playing at the minute, isn't it? With a great confidence, as you say.
Yeah, there's pace. Look, we have pace. And when you have pace, and there's no as a defender, everyone worries about pace, and I suppose we have a bit of pace. And we go for goal, which is brilliant. We're getting 2 or 3 goals every match. And that first goal against Kilkenny, when Fagan, a great catch, and he turned and the small pop past the Bennett, that goal wasn't on, and Bennett went for it, And that set the tone for the second half, and that changed the fortunes of the team. To be honest with you, that's a brave decision to go for that, because it really wasn't probably on, and Bennett put the head down and went for it, and brilliant goal. He done the same against Clare the last day. I suppose after a couple of minutes, there was an easy point on 45 yards out to tap it over the bar. And he took on the back and passed it to Austin. Deise Hutchinson gets a goal straight away. Deise straight into the game, So you have to be brave sometimes in making these decisions. And right now we seem to be going for goals, which is great to see. There's a flamboyancy about this team that it reminds you a bit of our Toulon team, maybe 16 now, is it? So these lads are in their prime at this stage as well, and it's like a new identity of a team again, which is brilliant,
Absolutely, certainly is indeed. And I suppose one would be of the opinion, Ken, that you'll need goals again on Sunday to overcome this Limerick team. Would you go along with that?
Yeah, look, I think if Limerick aren't really scoring goals, so if we got a couple of goals starting off, I think we'd be right in the game. I think, to me, I think Limerick, I would have tipped them at the start of the year to win All Ireland. I think they're the strongest team. I think last year in the Ireland semi-final, they're probably a bit complacent against Kilkenny, which, in all fairness, if one team you can't be complacent about is Kilkenny, they were. I think they felt all along they left that All Ireland slip behind them last year because they hammered Tipperary in the Munster final, Gavin, and you tipped Kilkenny comfy enough in the second half last year in the All Ireland, So Limerick were probably always saying, look, this is a massive year for us now. But I think this is a team that, the Waterford team, I'd say Limerick are wary about, because did we really believe in the Munster final we're going to win? I'm not too sure. We had a chance. We had a sniff a bit in the second half. We had to get a goal. We didn't get it. But I tell you, this is we're a different even Waterford team now than we were even 3 or 4 weeks ago, with the confidence and with the way players are moving. Austin's come back into form. He had a brilliant second half last day against Kilkenny, as I said. Deise Hutchinson, Motor, Stephen Benham, Motor, and Jack Fagan, Jamie Barron. These lads are really, really motor right now. So I think it's going to be a very tight game, and there's going to be very little in it. Limerick, to me, just a half forward line that causes so much problems. They're so dynamic in their movement, their striking. Tom Morrissey, Garrod Hegarty. These lads are Fianl Lynch. They're top quality. They've got 12 points from play the last day, And then you have Aaron Gillan inside as well. Peter Casey probably coming on. The forward line is very, very dangerous, Gavin, and they'll need some watching, But look, I don't think there'll be much in it, and I think your lads will stand up and perform, which is important.
Yeah, it certainly is indeed. And just come back to the Munster final there, I suppose that middle third, there was an awful lot of bodies around that area, Ken. That's kind of the way Limerick play, and then it's fast diagonal ball into the inside line. So I suppose that area again on Sunday is going to be crucial, isn't it?
Yeah, look, the whole middle area has gone so. Look, obviously the game it changes every few years. The game changes, but the middle area has gone so congested, and you have to be so kind of cute, and you have to be so brave on your decision making with that ball because you don't have much time there. And Limerick are really good at obviously the small little pop pass, and then they go along into Gillan, and Gillan is really the out ball every time. No, Gillan is at the moment he's threatening to destroy teams, but he's not really destroying teams, So look, if we hold him, and suppose look, as I said, Fianl Lynch centre forward, he's so tricky to mark, Gavin. Like he was quiet at stages the last day, and then in space of 3 or 4 minutes he can do something that you're not expecting, and it lifts the team, and he always kind of sees a goal on as well, and he always tries to take the extra step for a goal or bring a teammate in, so he's so dangerous. But no, look, it's going to be huge, and I suppose, look, if I honestly feel Liam McCarthy and Evans, these lads, they wouldn't never fear in Limerick either, Gavin, and that's a kind of big factor as well, and they'd be primed for this match, I'd say, and I think that if they know that if they probably obviously go through the video of the Munster final, there was chances there for us, and if we had taken one of them, who knows what could have happened. But this is a different team than play the Munster final. Make no mistake about that, because they're full of confidence now. They're full of confidence, and it's all momentum is with us, really,
Yeah, certainly so indeed. Some intriguing battles all over the field, and I suppose both benches then as well, Ken. It's probably going to come down to that as well. Now they say it's a 20-man game, but Waterford again the last day, Neil Montgomery, Darragh Lyons, Iarla Daly, all coming off the bench and getting on the score sheet as well. So the strength and depth in both panels as well could be in evidence again on Sunday.
Yeah, look, that's huge. Look, and I think our subs have come on to be brilliant the last two or three games. Montgomery's been super. Like he's a big man. He's coming on. He's been always around the team, and like for a young fella as well, that's been great. Darragh Lyons is coming on. He's like an energizer body there, Gavin. He's running so much around. He's up and down. Like even the goal he got the last day, and then he's straight back out the field again. I love his attitude. Love the way he goes about things. He's a tough little fella as well, which is great to see. Even Conor Gleeson against Clare tomorrow got 2 or 3 points. Patrick Corn looks like he's come back to a bit of confidence. Who was a player I would have rated and grown up. I'd say this fella was a real deal, Probably lacked a bit of confidence for a couple of years, but he seems to be a bit more of a swagger about him again, which is great to see. And when you have these lads coming on and making an impact like that, that's all you can want from your bench, Limerick have that as well. And we saw Peter Casey the last day. came on and had a very good second half, and probably steadied the ship for Galway, or for Limerick in a lot of terms against Galway, but it is a 20-man game now at this stage, isn't it? And in all fairness, we have it. We have the bench, which is great, and they're all making huge impacts.
Yeah, absolutely, and absolutely. I suppose to do a wrap on it, Ken, it's brilliant to see the lads hurling with that level of confidence, and fingers crossed now they can get over the line on Sunday. It would be massive, really, because I suppose the performances the last couple of weeks, they've really given everyone in the county a lift, and I've no doubt yourself and the family there, you'd be pucking every ball from the sitting room there on Sunday. Can we get over the line?
Yeah, no, I know it's mad. Look, I'm just so, I suppose it's too long, Gavin. I just really want us then. But I suppose as a team, you can't really think about that. You just have to play game by game, Like I'm finished 10 years now, so I can really, that's why you're beyond these things, you're beyond up for the match type of things, because we can say what we want now. We're finished, our careers are over, Gavin. We had our chance to take it, you know what I'm saying? So it's up to this team to take it now, and I think they're good enough to take it. I think Liam Cahill, Beavens, Frampton, they'll have this team ready to go, and I think they'll play the game and not the occasion. Obviously, with no crowd there, it's an easier thing to do as well, So I think, look, I think there'll be very little in it. I think we get a goal or two in the first half. We'd be right in that game, and I was confident going in the last 2 or 3 games that we're going to win, and I think it's 50-50 chance on Sunday, and I feel it come down that stretch with 2 or 3 minutes to go. If there's a point or two in it, I think we've a brilliant chance, and then it's just keeping us off the couch.
Yeah.
There was chaos in the house the last time. We ordered the Chinese there for 8 o'clock, and I didn't know it even came to the door. They were shouting and screaming in our house. It was crazy, but it was great. It's really after passing a few months. It's been a brilliant few months with the matches on. It's really after kind of reinvigorating, I suppose, my love for the game as well. I suppose I just really feel I can't wait for Sunday now,
Absolutely. Nice note to end on. You've well teed up indeed. Waterford and Limerick is our George Corbett Skoda big match live from Croker on Sunday afternoon, with Kieran O'Connor and Fergal Hartley calling the action. Ken McGrath, great to get your views as always, and enjoy the match on Sunday.
Thanks, Gavin. Thank you. Bye bye.